Returning to produce the Oscars is one of the biggest honors, I think, of my career. I think we're so happy to be back together, and last year we won the Emmy for Outstanding Variety Live, and we want to thank everybody who worked on the show, the thousands of people behind the scenes, and we are very fortunate to have the opportunity to do it together again.
Yeah, it's a huge team effort, and we absolutely adore the team that work on the Oscars, and all of them are back this year for the most part. So yeah, we're just really thrilled to be able to have the honor of producing the show again.
I've hosted many award shows in my life. I hosted the Emmys twice. I believe I hosted the MTV Movie Awards. 9 times I hosted the Soul Train Awards. But the Oscars, it's the pinnacle. It's the one that you most look up to. It's the one you dream about hosting when you're a child. So it has great meaning for me to host the Oscars, as long as the pay is good. Looking into that.
I mean, we just love Conan. It's the first time we've worked together, and as soon as you walk into a room, you feel like he's your best friend and you've known him forever. So I think the buzz around Conan hosting the Oscars is all about what he's going to bring. And he's got that warmth and wit, but he's also got that little edge, so he brings the unexpected. So I think people are really excited to see what that means when he takes the Oscars stage this year.
Yeah, I mean, his wit and humor, his ability to react spontaneously, he keeps us laughing all day long. I think we're super fortunate in the fact that he and his team have been so generous with their time. They are involved with so many decisions around the show. We feel like he is part of the family. He's not only a host, but he is also a producer, and that we welcome his ideas, and we feel like they will be very well received, because it's not only like little host segments, but he has this creative vision of how he's going to bring everybody along throughout the evening.
My biggest goal is to enjoy the 9 hours of the Oscar telecast. And I just want to enjoy it. And I think it would be a shame to get the chance to host the Oscars and not have a good time. So I'll be medicated. Biggest thing I've learned after all these years of hosting is that mistakes aren't mistakes. If something goes wrong, if there's a mishap of some kind, or if something strange happens, that's actually a gift. Go with it, acknowledge it, maybe have fun with it, hopefully have fun with it. I think that's a big misconception, is that you're hoping everything goes perfectly. I'm someone who hopes that things sometimes go a little off the rails, because that's where the real memorable moments happen, in late night television and on the Oscars. So I'm going to plan for some terrible, terrible mistakes.
I mean, it's been a really heartbreaking time for LA and, you know, our friends, our community, our industry. So we are being very thoughtful about how that is addressed in the show. We want to make sure that we acknowledge it, that we reflect on it, and that also we set the right tone that works for March 2nd. So, you know, we're putting a lot of thought into how we do that exactly. But I think from the very beginning of the show, people will feel it and understand it. And I think that we're just working to make sure that the tone is just right.
Yeah, and ultimately I think we want to connect, we want to inspire, and we want to unite. And I think that's our mission of the show. It's like we're bringing this vast number of people together to create the show, and we want them to feel like we love our city, and we are very fortunate to be here, and we want to help rebuild, and this sense of community that's happening right now in Los Angeles is wonderful, and we want our show to be a reflection of that.
One other thing we're really excited about is how many first-time nominees there are. I think it's going to be really electric in that room this year because when the nominations came out, you saw all of these big stars posting pictures of them when they were kids and that this was the dream. So having all of that energy in one room and like giving them the license to walk onto that stage and seize their moment, I think we're going to see dreams come true this year, which is really, really exciting.
I do believe in my heart that one day I will win an Oscar. I really do. I'm not an actor, never been trained. I don't really aspire to make movies, but I know that I'm going to get an Oscar. Therapists call this a delusion, but I really think I'm going to get one. And I think it's going to happen sometime in the next 5 years. I'm getting an Oscar. And I'm probably not even going to be in any films. But I'm getting one. I plan to steal one.
This year, one of our themes that we're leaning into is the alchemy of filmmaking. So we're celebrating the interconnectedness of all these incredible visionaries and artists that come together to make the movies. And as part of that, we're going to show a little bit of behind the scenes, because I think everybody is always fascinated by that. Like, it really does take a village to make these incredible films. And then we've also got incredible music performances from some huge stars that are going to pay tribute to the past, present, and inspire the future of cinema. So we're really excited. There's going to be a lot of really, really exciting moments within the show.
I'm going to put my own unique stamp on this year's Oscars by showing America my body. People don't think of me particularly as a guy who works out, but I've been training relentlessly. So there'll be several moments in the Oscars where I'll be shirtless and oiled. And I think that's going to hurt the program incredibly. It's a terrible decision.